Hey folks, this is the first video in a series of videos that I have. If you saw my last video, I was talking about records and cellophane sleeves, blah, blah, blah. And while I was taking cellophane sleeves off of several of my records in the collection, I came across about 20 or so, they're off in the background there, 20 or so records that were still sealed that I was not aware of. Anybody who has been collecting records for a long time knows that you go out to a store, you have a great time digging, you buy a crap load of records and you come home and eventually you end up putting some on the shelf that you forgot to listen to. So I think that's what ended up happening here. The first one I'm going to open is, so this is a Promotional Pigface interview disc that was a promotion for the Welcome to Mexico Asshole album around that era. It's Invisible Records INV012 LP. Interesting story behind this. My wife is a massive Pigface fan, has been since before we met, way back in the early 90s, and early to mid 90s, I guess. And a guy that I used to work with, one of my good friends back then, Richard, he had a copy of this that he had purchased at some point along the way, and I was geeking out over it. I thought, oh man, my wife is gonna love that. What can I trade you for that copy? That ended up being, it was already opened, it was pretty beat up, it had definitely been loved. And I ended up trading, at the time, one of my prized possessions, the soundtrack to The Omen, Jerry Goldsmith's The Omen, the 1976 film. So I ended up trading that to him for that copy of the Pigface Lean Juicy Pork. Not this one that I hold in my hand, but another one. Another copy of it. He was happy. I was kind of devastated, but also happy. I'm sure we all felt that before. Fast forward about 5 or 6 years, and we're in Atlanta. Just, I don't remember if it was for a show or just to go travel there and go record shopping. But we went to Wax and Facts, a pretty well-known record store in Atlanta at 5 Points. And we ended up finding another record store outside of Atlanta, and the name of it is slipping my mind. Wuxtry Records. Anybody from Atlanta who happens upon this video, if you want to correct me. I think it was Wuxtry, W-U-X-T-R-Y Records, and it was outside of Atlanta in the suburbs, I think. And we found a crap load of stuff that we had just never seen in shops before. Now, this was back in the day before you could buy almost anything online. So you had to go hunting for it, you had to go digging for it, and that's kind of the fun of the whole thing, in my opinion. It's not super easy to get everything that you need, or if it is, you don't have the same satisfaction that you might have otherwise if you happened upon it in a store in real life. Holy cow. So this was one of those that we ended up finding, and I think I paid like $6 for it. So because we had a second copy, I don't even know if we listened to that first copy, to be honest. It's an interview disc, so because we had a second copy, this one I guess just never got opened. So I believe what we did was we gave the second copy to one of our good friends who was also a big Pigface fan, and it's sitting in their collection now. But I'm gonna get it out of the sleeve there. It's still sealed. Oh, it's so crispy. There's the Lean Juicy Pork sticker. I will cut that out and save it, and I'll probably cut out the Pigface marker writing as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and, this thing is sealed tight. Gotta find a little groove to get into the cellophane here. Ooh, yeah. All right. It is now open. It's kind of clinging to the outer sleeve here. Let me just separate that a little bit before I start trying to slide it off, so it doesn't give me too much of a hassle. I might just rip it on the bottom here. It'll come off a lot easier that way. Keep all the stuff intact that I'm going to cut out, and I'll set that to the side for a bit. Oh, that was not on the outer cellophane. That was on there, on the sleeve, so that's great. All right, because this is a promo, there's nothing inside, hardly ever, so. Oh man. So for something that is, I meant to look at the year isn't on here, damn. Anyways, you can see this is beautiful. It's nice and clean, as you would expect, because it's never been opened or played. But this is probably from late 90s, so looking at maybe 25 years old. It's finally seeing the light of day. This is one of many or several upcoming videos of other records in the collection that I'll be cracking open that are slightly aged, if you will. I'll open up each one of those and try to come up with some whatever I can remember about it, kind of like I did here. But this is great. We're gonna listen to this maybe tonight, maybe this afternoon, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or this weekend, whatever time permits. But any Pigface fans out there, shout out to you. This is great, and I'm excited to finally have that open, and I'm also excited to listen to it. So hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.